Hello everyone, my name is Hectic and welcome back to another updated GTA Business Guide video for you. Today it is on the auto shop. Most of the reasons why I'm doing these updated guides are either I forgot information or I'm trying to condense these down or trying to do these again because the audio wasn't too great. So the auto shop again, so this time it's over the auto shop. How do we go to get an auto shop? Maze Bank foreclosures, and you go to auto shops, and you can buy any one of these. These will cost you about $1.5 million to get. Location doesn't really matter at all. Just like with the Agent C, what upgrades do I recommend you get? Basically, none of the cosmetic upgrades until you have a lot of money there. Staff upgrades are going to cost you about $300,000 each. We'll talk about whether you want to do this or not here in a minute, because you might need that to make some money. Extras, personal quarters. I recommend getting this. It's not required. Personal quarters. It's about, I think it's $100,000. If not, one of these cost $85,000. I forget what. I should really research these whenever I need to do that. And you can buy an additional car lift. This comes with the car lift. So for $650,000. Let's go ahead and explain this. One of the methods is a customer will bring in a car that you will modify to their liking. You pay the service cost, then you deliver it to them to gain some profit back. And if you buy, the auto shop comes with one car lift, but if you want to buy a second one, it's $650,000. And we'll talk about whether you want to get two or not, or it's profitable. And you can get two staff members, by the way, for two car lifts. Yes, your membership, I believe you just buy that as a little bit, and then I don't know if that cuts with. I don't think that's too big of a cost. This is one of those vehicles that you will modify to a customer's liking. Like on this one, he wants it just a silver and then performance upgrades. You get the idea. Yes, I'm not going to customize that right now. These usually show up about every 40 minutes. You have a 50% chance. So it's 50-50 chance of getting one of these after you've delivered one. And the same chance occurs when you have two at once. It's just two at once. So cost of after you serviced it is anywhere between 10 and 35, actually 10 and maybe even $50,000. I most commonly see about $35,000, sometimes $25,000. What you get back is you'll get that exact money back plus about $25,000 back. If you deliver the vehicle without any scratches, that's about what you'll get. You can do this in a public lobby. In fact, this is the only businesses I wouldn't complain if you did it in a public lobby, because nobody's really gonna grief you for the. It's not like, I don't think anybody gets the notification that you're delivering vehicles to a client like this, unless they count this in the vehicle cargo aspect. But I don't think it does. So if somebody tries to kill you, that's just because they're just trying to kill you, not because you have cargo. So you can do it whenever you want. You can also have your staff deliver it for you, which makes this part become passively. However, they are very likely to crash the vehicle, and normally you would only get about maybe maybe $20,000 profit back from if you let your staff deliver the car for you. So that's a risk that you want to take. Do you want to do it yourself and deliver it, take the time, or do you want your staff to deliver it for less profit back within that? Or do you want to not do it at all? You can have it sit there forever. And oh, by the way, you can purchase the vehicle directly from here if you wanted to do that. Yes, I want to stop modifying, by the way. You can purchase this vehicle outright, by the way. In this case, this will cost $140,000 for this car. That's probably not the main reason you're going to get the auto shop. Shut up. The reason you're probably gonna get the auto shop is because it's a 10-car garage. Yes. I have vehicles in here, mainly sports cars. They're all chrome. I think this is only gonna be the only set of cars that I get in chrome. So, but it does come with a 10-car garage. You don't have to purchase that. Next, there's 2 more ways of making money within this. This is the contract board. These pay out pretty darn well. They're like mini heists, and you can do these with multiple players. I don't recommend doing any of these solo because that's how I die. I've only completed 2 for $332,200. They pay anywhere between like $100K to upward to the max $300,000. So they're pretty much worth doing if you want to take the time to set it up. I don't really like doing heists just for the setup on that stuff. Unfortunately, these are the best way. These in particular, like the other heights I can see, those are the best money making methods. These I can easily grind out $172,000 in. If I were to prove it on this video, I could probably do it in less than half an hour. And it will take you maybe about an hour and a half to do these. About as much as what the heights is. You only get about 2 setup missions, but the actual job is going to take you a little bit. But they have some good pay. Yeah. And those are repetitive within that. The next one, the next thing that you can do here is the exotic exports list. Now to access, there is a thing before you can see this. If you don't have this in your auto shop, there's either 2 things. One, if you spawn here, it's not going to show up. You have to walk out of your auto shop and come back. But if you need this list, you can call Sasanta from your phone and request this list. These are basically vehicles that will spawn in free mode, and you collect them and you deliver them down to the docks for $20,000 each, and you can have a max of 10 per day. And each day, each 24-hour play, I think each in-game day, in that, or each time, I forget the actual, it's 1 day in some bit of time. Can you stop going down the freaking stairs? These will reset. There's a whole thing surrounding this. That's going to be another video. These are okay generally to find, but as far as finding all 10, it's going to be a little bit difficult. And once you complete it the first time, you will earn a bonus of, I think, $200,000 for completing it. So might be worth doing. The max I've been able to ring in per day is only 2. And those can be indicated by a blue dot on the map, or you'll have to just go and find it, like Overflood Entity. Some of these can be easy to find, some of them are not. To have access to this, by the way, you have to complete at least 1 of these job boards. Yes, and when you're starting out, I believe it might be the ECU job, it might be one of the other one, I don't know. But if that doesn't show up, if the exotic exports doesn't show up in your in your auto shop, it's 1 of 2 reasons. Either if you've completed 1 job already, then you have access to this. Just walk outside your auto shop, come back, and it will be here. If not, then you have to do the 1 job to do that. So that's all the money making methods within this. There's a lot of options to do this. Not a whole lot of outpay within this. Those contract jobs, yeah, you can do those. You can get some money out of that if that's the type of player. That's not my style of play. I don't particularly me, and this is also the battle in my mind is, yes, these things take time, but they probably take time for a reason, because they pay well. And I keep thinking that I can grind out all this money more. I even think this with the heists, because I know heists, usually they'll take like 1 to 3 hours, including the setups. And I'm thinking, oh, I can grind out 1.2 million in about 3 hours without doing a heist. And sometimes that's not true. Sometimes it is. But I just don't like doing it. It's just time consuming. And whatever I'm doing, I'd like to just have fun do it, not have my time be taken up by setting up doing something to be able to do something else, and then that will make me make money? What if every single thing that I do would be able to make me money, no matter what it is? Okay. Yes. So, this really, you don't get a whole lot of money from this, but it's up to you whether you want to make the money. Like, you could choose to do the import export. You can choose to deliver this or not. You can choose to do the jobs or not. You can just buy this property for the 10-car garage, which is probably what most people are going to do. As far as the money back in some of this, not really a whole lot. Most people just do the contracts and then are done, and just use this as a contract garage. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. Yes, I also have the accommodation here because this is centrally located between my arcade and a couple of my cargo warehouses. So so that's pretty good. Within that, so you decide the value out of the auto shop. Do I personally think that it's a good way to make money? No, because I don't ever do any of those jobs. I sometimes find the exports. Sometimes I do these, but usually I get bored of these because they don't really make a lot of money. What I also wish it would do was it could, just like with businesses, one of the things I'd suggest for Rockstar for improvement is have some sort of display that shows my overall total amount of money that I've earned, including the jobs, including the exports, and including these that I've done. Because that board up there only shows from just the jobs that I've done, not the exotic exports and not these. Just another quality of life change that might be good, just so you can flex on people within that. So that's all that I have for this. This was an updated guide. I'll see you guys in the next one.